Hello.
Hello, welcome to Moles on Mission. I'm Philip,
I'm Anna.
and this is our podcast. Stupid question for today. Anna, what is your favorite question to be asked?
This feels a bit like a cop out.
What do you mean a cop out? Why is this a cop out?
Well, here, I'm supposed to ask a question. What question do you like to be asked?
No, everybody's got like, oh, I love it when somebody asks me this question.
Anything about speech development,
Yeah,
anything about speech therapy. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. When do kids start talking?
yeah.
What sounds do kids make?
Tell me about the way I speak.
Oh, yeah, that is a fun one. Although that one feels a bit like I'm about to offend you.
Yeah.
Like I have to filter what I'm going to observe
Uh-huh.
so that they're not self-conscious about it for the rest of their lives, you
Yeah,
know? Because things that are innocuous and just simple observations. Oh,
yeah,
you do this with your lips.
yep,
That is not wrong.
right.
Also, probably not something most people notice. Now you're going to think about it
Yeah.
at the very least, whenever you're around me, because you're gonna think I'm distracted by it.
Which you're not distracted by it.
No.
You're just fascinated by it.
It
In
just it
everybody,
just
all the time.
factors in. I mean, you can definitely vouch for this. My descriptions of people
Are
will
based on their
include
voice.
they're not based on, but they will include the same way you talk about somebody having blonde hair or
Yeah.
tall or, you know, good sense of style,
Yeah, you'll be like, they
always wears bright
palatalize their
colors.
S's.
That's
Not a thing. I've just combined terms and offended her.
I'm not offended. This is not a thing about
Yeah.
morals or character
Uh-huh.
or offendability. I'm just saying
It would
that
be,
I have to be careful about what
yeah,
I point out when
yeah,
people ask that because I don't want to ruin their,
yeah.
ruin their S's forever because, oh, you clench your teeth when you make your S's. You put your teeth all the way together instead of just the head to head, something like that.
Hmm.
Um, which I say head to head, like just the front teeth touching
Yeah.
when I make my S's. Some people their back teeth will touch
Hmm.
S, and that's a little bit different and
Hmm.
produces a bit of a different sound. And I'm just going to notice that the same way I notice that you have, I don't know, light skin. So I love it when people ask anything about that, but I
Yeah.
do have to be careful about my answers
Hmm.
sometimes.
Okay.
I also have to gauge just how interested they are
Yeah.
because I will go on for a while.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You do get into it.
I do get very excited. Everybody likes to hear themselves talk.
And everybody likes to talk about the thing they're interested in.
Yeah. So that's my
Well,
answer.
you don't like to hear yourself talk. You don't like listening to these recordings.
That is true because I will listen to the things that I do with my voice.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, don't don't love that. But it's okay. We're doing this a bit late at night, so you got me with another yawn.
Yep.
Tag, you're it.
Okay. For me, it's probably pilot related. If it's the like,
Aircraft.
are you a pilot? I'm like, ooh, yes, I am. I can fly an airplane. It's probably piloty questions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
About flying specifically or anything about airplanes?
airplanes. Mostly when it's somebody who doesn't know about airplanes asking me about airplanes, and then I get to just like introduce them to this whole other world. I like those questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You'll get
I
to
also really like the question of like, can I buy you lunch? That's a really good question to be asked. I quite enjoy that one.
Really? You don't feel awkward about saying yes?
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like there's not a good set, this is how you culturally appropriately accept a gift in our culture. I mean there's a pattern that you follow of no, are you sure? No, let me "Oh, that's okay." And then if they insist a second or a third time,
Mhm.
then you can be like, "Okay, well, I'll pay next time." You know? But it's not polite to accept outright.
Why not?
I don't
Is that a
know.
Southern thing?
I just in my head, that's if someone offers to pay for lunch or buy you lunch or get you something, you say no the first time, and if they offer again,
Then you say yes.
then you say yes with, like, a caveat or yes with a
Yes, but I'm gonna buy the cheapest possible thing on the menu.
well, that too. Okay, I learned
Yeah.
that in I don't know if it's all, because I know there's differences in diversity in but in Arab cultures, in at least one
Yeah.
Arab culture, part of hospitality and politeness is you
Mhm.
don't sit with your guests. If you're feeding them, you give them food and then you don't watch
Hmm.
so that they can
Eat as much as they want
yeah.
or not
You're not
want.
gonna say, "Oh, no, I'm okay, I won't take
Yeah.
dessert." They're not there, so you
Yeah.
just eat it. That's something I learned the other day
Hmm.
from someone who's lived and served
Interesting.
in Arab countries for a while.
Cool. I did not know that.
Fun fact. Is that a fun fact?
I think so.
You just looked uncertain about my comment.
No, the uncertainty was, how do I segue us other than abruptly going, now on to the update? All right. Things to update people on are Anna, speaking of speech, you have new speeches, as you like to call them, or you're gonna have new speeches.
Do I call them speechies?
To me, you normally call them speeches.
Oh, I thought I called them kiddos. Yes, I do have another I will be adding to my, schedule,
Yeah,
working with another student
cool.
come probably August,
hmm Which, as we're recording this, is like
2 days
3 days
away.
from now. Yeah, two
Yeah.
days.
Oh, no, there's 31 days in August, isn't there?
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know, probably, but we're not in August, so
We're not in August, and it won't be until probably the, like, 2nd or 3rd week in August,
yeah,
maybe once school starts, I'm not sure, but, yes, I will be adding to my speeches,
yep, cool.
and I'm very excited.
Yeah, and there's another side gig that you've picked up since we've been here.
Yeah, I've had the opportunity to teach piano,
hmm
and I think I will have another student that I get to teach.
So it'll be like 3 students now.
It'll be 3, but one of them is moving away in September.
Yeah,
So,
sad.
big sad.
Yep,
But
one of the
she's
regular
almost finished
sads
the
of
level
admissions
1
life.
book. So I've gotten to get her through the primer and
Yep.
level 1 before she launches and teaching her some basic chord
Okay.
stuff so that she can play with her mom
Yep.
on guitar and, like, lead in singing. So that's kinda fun.
Sweet.
I feel like we're gonna be ending on a good
Yeah.
at a good place, as much as I would love to keep teaching her.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I will have 2 speech and 2 piano
Yeah.
students. Yeah,
Sweet.
it'll be fun.
Are you enjoying those?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, sometimes I don't like the prep, but once I'm doing it and engaging with
Yeah.
the kid and doing the thing that I
Yeah.
love to do, yeah, it's very fun.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I feel like, "Ah, I did something.
Mm-hmm.
I did something with my time today."
Yeah.
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 I mean, playing with Malachi is doing something.
Yes.
Cooking dinner is doing something, but it doesn't have the same rush of accomplishment, like
Yeah.
adrenaline
Yeah.
or not adrenaline, dopamine
Dopamine.
hit that I think something
Yeah.
like a speech session
Yeah.
or watching something we're working on progress toward that goal.
Yep.
There's not really goals in parenting
Yeah.
that
Make sure they
are
don't die.
as
Make sure they get
measurable.
fed. Make sure they take a bath.
and hopefully turn slowly into productive
Yep.
members of society
Yep. Yep.
who love Jesus
Mm-hmm. And other people.
and other people.
Yep. But yeah, so speaking of your piano student moving on, there's going to be a number of people moving on in the next few months.
Uh-huh.
As so the same group that we onboarded with are all graduating in September, and will be three of the 5 family units will be moving.
Yep.
Fairly soon after they graduate.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different
Yep.
face here at Jars of who lives here.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe we've been here almost 2 years.
Mhm.
Also only 2 years?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's how it is when you live somewhere.
Yep.
It's like this is how it's always been, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You acclimate really fast.
You as in general?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
The royal you. I don't think that's how that you use that, but yeah.
The plural you.
The plural you.
Y'all. Y'all, including myself.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's 2 years here.
Mhm.
You've changed hats a couple of times from student to trainer to now manager, boss man.
Yep.
How are things going at the hangar? And your new
I have the feeling we're going to have the constant feeling of we are understaffed, but I think a lot of aviation maintenance specifically feels the we're understaffed pressure. But
just
we've
in terms
got
of people to do the maintenance, the hands-on folks,
all the
or
things. So we've got like technically only have like 4 full-time guys who will need to maintain the fleet of 8 aircraft that are being used for training. Also train 4 to 5 people. I think come January we'll have 5 trainees, and also we have a number of aircraft which are being prepped in some way, shape, or form for overseas usage and or coming off overseas, and we need to do some work to them and then probably sell them so that we can get more applicable training aircraft here or something else to replace it overseas. So there's quite a few moving parts where a number of other departments rely on us to be able to get their things moving, while we also have our own set of tasks to keep up with. I think overall it's going pretty good. We're working a lot on just getting our paths of communication well defined and well used, along with the training program has needed some work for a little while, and we're finally starting to do that work to kind of get it up to speed and up to standard. As
So
far as the documentation and make
all
sure
of the things that have been sort of patch jobbed, like to keep
Yeah.
going, but you really need to go and
Right.
sort out all of the details. You're now taking time
yes to
to
do that.
sort out the details
Yep.
to
Make it all match, because it's been a lot of okay, this guy teaches these things, this guy over here teaches those things, this other dude teaches those few things, but none of them really match or mesh well together to where if any of those people have to be gone for more fundraising, partnership development, or going overseas to support one of the fields, the teaching material that they have is not readily accessible if somebody else needs to step in and teach that same subject matter. So trying to find a way to get it accessible to everyone, including, we've got a couple of overseas fields that want to start training nationals into the system, and they don't really want to send the nationals here
yeah.
for several months. to get our training program. So how do we take what we have and make it accessible for our overseas fields as well to be administering training? So
lots of moving pieces.
Yeah.
That you are getting to engage your organization
yes.
brain.
Yep. My
skills
internal filing cabinet has
on.
been going wild.
So these are things that your brain just works
Mhm.
in these ways, and it does not. So for me, when
Yeah.
you're describing these things, I don't know where I would start.
Mhm.
I don't know how I would move forward, and I definitely don't know how I would finish.
Hmm.
But you see the beginning, middle, and end,
Yeah.
and all the steps to take
Yeah.
to get there. And there are a lot of steps, it sounds like.
Mhm. Yeah.
You've mentioned some of them, and my
most
eyes go cross-eyed before you get to the final steps. But
Yeah.
I think, Ed, it's really great that you're in this role because God made your brain the
Mhm.
way it does to see the patterns and to organize things into a cohesive and efficient
Yeah.
path forward. So
Yeah.
it's exciting.
It has been fun. Like all the people before me have done good work in building
Yeah.
stuff out on their ends. It just hasn't all been brought under one organized roof at this point. So
Mhm.
that's most of the work at this point, is just getting everything on the same page,
Mhm.
lining up.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Just making it more efficient.
Mhm.
That's what you do.
That's the hope.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Another thing we did, we went to the beach with your family.
Yes, after just about 2 months of you figuring out your new role,
Mhm.
we needed a little reprieve.
Yeah.
So we escaped to the beach with my family
Mhm.
and spent a week in the sun.
Yep.
Apparently it rained here
The whole time.
the whole week.
Yeah.
So
Which was good because
it was very dry when we
very
left.
dry.
And we came back and our tomatoes were bursting on
Yep.
the vine because of how much water they'd had.
Yep.
So praise the Lord for that. Because, otherwise they would have shriveled and died.
Yeah.
But no, we had great weather, and other than a couple stuffy noses, good health for the week.
Yeah.
The surf
is good.
was good. I mean, not
Malachi
really if
got
you're
lots of
a
auntie time.
surfer, but it was gentle enough that we could
Yeah.
go in and not worry about being pummeled with a 2-year-old.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Yep.
There were fishermen every day that
Oh,
would
yeah.
pull in cool things.
Yep.
So we saw a couple sharks, we saw a stingray, obviously fish
Yep. Crabs.
getting pulled in. Yes.
Caught a crab.
Philip caught a crab. Of course you did.
Caught a bunch of
It wouldn't be vacation if Philip didn't
catch
catch
an animal.
at least one critter.
Yeah.
I caught the first critter of the week, though. It was like a freshly hatched lizard. It was the tiniest thing I'd
Oh.
ever seen. I mean, it was less than half an inch
Yeah.
long. Just
Itty bitty.
so delicate. And I caught it. I just saw it hopping in the grass, so I picked it up and I was showing it to Malachi. I was
Yeah.
like, look how tiny. And he's just perched on my finger. And then Nova, the dog, comes by wagging her tail, and the tail catches the lizard and just sends it.
Oh,
I was like,
man.
oh no. We did see it later. It was not injured,
Oh, man.
but that was comedically timed. Nova's tail to the full body, full tiny body of this little lizard.
Having the dog there was fun to see Malachi try to like give commands. Nova, come. Nova, come. Nova.
He would try to use his
Yeah.
his commanding voice, the way that the rest of us do to the dog, and
It was very funny.
it was very funny. Sometimes I think she understood what he was saying.
Yeah.
Most of the time,
not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
She's very obedient.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty sure she just didn't. I mean, maybe she didn't recognize him as
a superior member of the pack.
Yes. You're also a pet.
Yeah. But no, that was fun.
Yeah. And it was a good little breather before jumping back into what is now getting into fall. Like
Yeah.
summer's over. I mean, we have the month of August technically, but
Which is
vacation
also generally a pretty warm month.
pre what?
Pretty warm month.
Yes. No, I was just saying that our vacation week was kind of the last summer plan
Yeah.
before the year starts
Yep.
again. So, yep.
Yeah. Cool.
It was a good summer.
All right. Well, that's most of our updates. We do have an interview that we're going to do next, so stay tuned. Welcome to the interview.
Have we done an interview before?
Have
we had anybody
I've
on?
interviewed Matt.
Oh, that's right.
I think we've done Nathan interviewed both of us.
Oh my goodness, I
Remember that?
forgot about that.
Yeah, Nathan's
Okay.
interview of you is the most popular episode by far.
That's so sweet.
It's like 70 listens or something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess my voice isn't that annoying to listen to.
No, it
It's
is
just
not.
irritating to
Not
me.
even a little bit. So yeah, Anna, you're my interviewee today.
Surprise!
I have a whole list of people that I want to get on our podcast and interview them.
I was the most readily available.
She was. Yep. You were the easiest to coordinate with. So what I would like to talk about is something that you are also passionate about, though maybe slightly less than speech stuff, maybe on equal plane. Would you say worship is an equal interest?
Equal interest for sure. I think as a talking point, it is sometimes less accessible because people are coming with preconceived ideas to that conversation that they would not with speech, because that's totally not something most people think about. And so worship, people have preconceived ideas that I don't ever want to step on.
Yeah.
But I do get pretty passionate about certain things.
Yeah.
And so, yes, I do enjoy this topic. I don't enjoy talking about it quite as much because I won't find as not interest, but I might actually get into disagreements with someone about this. Whereas speech, you can't disagree. It's just
nobody else knows anything about it. So but
it's also not an opinion-based thing.
Yeah.
It is not, these are the muscles you use to make this sound.
Yeah.
And these are the pathways in the brain to make this concept happen. Whereas worship is, you have a lot, it's a lot more diverse a topic and more nebulous. And there's a lot of emotion as well as opinion tied into that. Yeah, but I do love talking about it.
So what is worship, Anna? Definitively, how would you define worship?
Oh no. We're coming. I feel like I should have been prepped with these questions.
Like you should have probably written the questions, but feel free to answer whatever question you would like, regardless of the one I ask.
Being political. Well, I think worship is a focus of your like soul toward the Lord. So you can live a lifestyle of worship where your attention is toward the Lord. You can have a moment of worship where your time is dedicated specifically to glorifying the Lord. There's lots of pieces of worship that are easily recognizable. So praise and worship and singing is the most like where most people's minds go.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of that in scripture. A lot of worship is tied to songs. Look at the Psalms.
Yeah.
A lot of them say a song of I mean, Jesus sang a hymn with his disciples.
Yeah.
So worship is singing, but it is not limited to music. But I really think it's just it's a heart posture and a mental focus, kind of a direction that is off of yourself and on the one you're worshiping.
Yeah.
So and I'm talking about specifically what right worship is to the Lord. I think we all worship, like we were made to worship.
Yeah.
I'm probably saying things that you've heard a million times. Yeah, we're predisposed to, we're designed for
Yeah.
worshiping something. We're designed to put our attention on something.
Yeah.
And obviously what fulfills is putting our attention on, making the object of our worship the only one worthy of it.
Yeah.
So focusing on Jesus, putting our attention on Jesus. But yeah, you can do that easily. I noticed myself tending to do that with parenting and Malachi. Like I want to worship and put all of my attention on and glorify and meditate on Malachi and what he's doing, and that's empty.
Yeah.
But when I can see you use that as a means of worship and using that as a lens of worship. So seeing the gift of God in Malachi, seeing how the Lord loves me the way that I love my son, or seeing the way that just creatively God is developing Malachi into who he's designed him to be. When I see it through that lens, even those moments that I'm spending with Malachi can be times of worship.
Yeah.
I don't really like my answer.
Do you think worship is a good word, or it's almost like a category word as opposed to an actual verb?
I think it has a lot of religious connotations. So, especially like in our culture, where else is worship used except in a religious context?
And generally in regards to music.
Right. There are churches that have a worship service in which they consider all of it to be worship. And I absolutely agree with that. When your whole service is focused on pointing the attention of the congregants and the participants on the Lord, then it is a worship service. Every piece of it, from the music that you sing to the prayers that you pray to the sermon that you listen to and all the scripture that's saturated throughout it. Like, yes, that is all. When it is directing our attention to the Lord, it is worship. So I think, I don't know what word I could replace it with. Except thinking about it as attention. And there can be really focused times of attention. And then other times it's just general awareness and directing.
So how would you say, like, what does it mean to lead someone in worship?
I have always seen it as being a witness, kind of like the so in Hebrews 12, 1 and 2. Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us run with endurance the race set before us. Casting aside every weight and sin that slows us down, looking to Jesus. And what are this cloud of witnesses? What are they? They are bearing witness for the purpose of us looking to Jesus, right? And so I kind of see worship leading as that, I don't know, a flashing sign, a person pointing. I am going to, with my words and my actions, help you direct your gaze to the Lord with me. What gets complicated in worship leading from a musical standpoint is that you do have a microphone. You are singing for people to listen. there is a performance aspect because you want to bring your best to the Lord. But that's why it has to be carefully surrendered.
Yeah.
And directed like in partnership with the Holy Spirit, because it is so tempting to make to take that platform, take that atmosphere and turn it into
Back
something
inward.
That's inward instead of upward. So yeah, to lead worship is to just point people toward Jesus, and that can be done with a microphone and music the way that people will probably connotatively think about leading worship.
Yeah.
But you can lead worship in like singing among the like as a congregant, as one in the congregation. If your actions and your heart posture are used by the Lord to remind others to look at Jesus, then you are a worship leader and you never have to step on stage. If you are bearing witness about Jesus and talking about God's faithfulness in your daily life, then you are a worship leader. That is leading in worship because it's pointing people's attention toward the Lord. So that's how I define worship leading in the specific sense of music. But in the broader sense, you can live a life as a worship leader. And I tremble to think that I might only lead people in worship on a music level.
Yeah.
Because that is not the kind of leadership that is glorifying to the Lord. That is very limited. So yeah, the prayer of a worship leader is, may they not see me, but see you. And so if that is your prayer, let them see you in me. Let them not see me at all. Let whatever I do bring you glory. That's the heart of a worship leader. So
if there was some young person who came to you and said, I really either feel called or really am interested in learning how to lead people in worship, how would you respond to some young person who was wanting to direct their time, attention, focus, skills, whatever, on leading other people in worship?
I would say first checking in with them on how is your relationship with the Lord in private? How do you worship the Lord by yourself? Because and how much of your attention is directed to the Lord? How are you directing your attention toward the Lord? Because what you do in private is going to influence how you lead, and you want it to saturate your whole life. I hope that everyone wants to be a worship leader. But yes, someone who is like, I love to sing. I would like to sing for Jesus and lead other people in worship. First and foremost, how do you worship the Lord in private? Because that does carry over, and people can sense, and if not, there is power in leading worship in a musical sense. Or really ever. There is something that happens in the spiritual realm. And so we're not just you don't want to come to the fight without having I'm not just talking about practice and knowing the songs that you're singing, but like your connection with the Lord can't be faked on a stage. It can be faked on a stage, but it cannot carry anything unless you're spending time with him throughout the week in the quiet place, when there is no one listening, when there is no pressure to perform. And I think the only way to stave off the temptation to glorify yourself in the music leading sector is when you recognize how to work, when you learn how to worship the Lord
Mhm.
and connect with him in private, and then you're just excited to bring other people with you.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do.
Mhm.
As that's how I picture it, is when I'm stepping onto a stage, holding a microphone, behind a piano, whatever, and about to lead others.
Yeah.
The idea is, come with me
Mhm.
into the presence of God.
Yeah.
Come with me in rejoicing in who God is.
Yeah.
Come with me to enter into his gates with thanksgiving. Like, let's do this together.
Yeah.
But I can't lead where I haven't gone or
Mhm.
don't go, right? So I need, if I'm going to be leading people into the presence of God, then I need to be in the presence of God.
Yeah.
And honestly, any time in his presence is going to take my attention off myself.
Yeah.
When it's truly a focused time on him and my attention is on him, then it's not on me, and
Yeah.
I can't just absorb all the glory. I can be a conduit
Yeah.
back to him for that. And that's where we're supposed to thrive.
Mm.
I think we're agents of glory,
Yeah.
right? We're probably we have the capacity to be the loudest of all creation, glorifying the Lord,
Yeah.
to proclaim the works of his hands.
Yeah.
We actually have words to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, taking our place, I think that was the design from the beginning, was to be the loudest voice of glory to the
Yeah.
Lord. But the great power comes great responsibility. There's a
Yeah.
lot of potential. The greater the potential for glorifying God, the greater the temptation is
Right.
to turn it toward yourself, and the more drastic the
Mhm.
results. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think I would say, like, not proceed with caution, but really to someone who wants to lead
Yeah.
behind a microphone, examine your heart. Why do you want the microphone?
Mhm.
Because I know for me, it was because I wanted to hear myself.
Yeah.
I wanted to show off. For the longest time,
Mm.
that was why I wanted to lead worship, is
Yeah.
because I wanted other people to see me, and that was not glorifying to the Lord, and it was detrimental to me. I keep finding that the more the more I realize what I'm not supposed to do, like that God
Yeah.
says, don't do that. It's not just because it's wrong. It's truly detrimental to
Mhm.
me. So taking all the glory, wanting the microphone just so that other people can hear
Yeah.
and say, "Oh, you have a beautiful voice."
Yeah.
That all went to my head, and
Mm.
and my heart was just empty,
Mhm.
and then it craved that. It didn't crave the Lord.
Mm.
And so once the Holy Spirit caught that
Yeah.
and showed me how to direct
Yeah.
it away from the glory, away from my head and to the Lord instead,
Yeah.
then I could lead without pretense, I guess. And if I sang a false note, if I
Mm.
didn't get compliments about how I did,
Yeah.
if whatever happened, if I know that I was worshiping the Lord, then
Yeah.
I have no regrets, and I'm not going to be embarrassed
Mhm.
by whatever. I don't know. I think the stakes are just about as high with worship leading as with teaching. Anyone in a place of leadership has a higher responsibility
Yeah.
than the one following.
Yep.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
Not many of you should become teachers, is something Paul
Mhm.
said, right? Or James. James said that. Anyway,
One of them.
because
Yeah.
the consequences are higher,
Yeah.
and yeah, so proceed with caution. Why?
Yeah.
Really examine in your heart, why do you want that microphone?
Mhm.
And make sure that what you're bringing to the microphone is fueled by what you're doing throughout the week
Yeah.
in the quiet place. I think that's where I'd start with someone who wants
All right.
to lead worship.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for allowing me to interview you today. Thank you for making the time. And I know you had to travel, but yeah, thanks for helping make it happen.
Thanks for coming up with the questions.
Yeah. All right. We will talk to you guys later.
Later.
Airplane.
Bye bye.